Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Tight right, tight right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Murray now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Murray on the move to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray, and this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's taken to the 26. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing is Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run with White, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
42 no gain on the play.
Let's go one more.
2nd and 10
switch.
At the 19-yard line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack! Sack! Sack!
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. On first down, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. The sack by Robert Quinn. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Newton.
Come back to you.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
What are you ready? 51's the mic. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. McGowan. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now a give, right side. McGowan, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
We're going to work.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They start the drive with White. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Set, go.
On second down, they'll run with White. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Murray, and he's going to go down again. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
That's our ball, baby.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Cardinals nothing.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. On first down, McGowan. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? We're set, 180.
58's the mic.
Here we go.
Express.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
58, boys, 58.
They'll run on first down. McGowan.
I got you, boy.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Cardinals 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? On 3rd down, McGowan. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Newton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
Counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Get this. Watch twist.
They'll try the left side. McGowan.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry up. Now it's Newton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Right there.
He don't know no better.
Now Newton on first down. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to throw, Newton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And
the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throw right sideline here is complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. McGowan, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On play action, it's Murray. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the gun, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll keep it on the ground. McGowan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. We got to go. We got 4.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
That's how we do it, baby.
Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offense.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it.
We'll see what his offense can do. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete.
Newton's pass. Complete.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
20.
They'll keep it on the ground. McGowan. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
Byron Murphy on the tackle.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Throwing is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Now the pressure gets to him again.
Baby! Good job.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, and boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He's checking. Crash. Check 43.
On 1st down, McGowan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Murray going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to go down again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
58's the mic. Check your hot read.
Newton's going to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray got his man. It's Williams.